Hello everyone. I've learned a bit more about blinking lights since my last video, and I figured I'd make another video, a sort of part 2, to show everyone what I found out. Now, as you'll see, there's a switch beside me, and it is in the on state. And if I flip this switch, suddenly these lights down here start blinking like runway lights. If I flip the switch back on, the lights turn off. This is a pretty interesting circuit. To get it this far, I actually had to put a couple of repeaters in it. Let me switch it to daytime real quick. Nighttime's nice to show off the lights, but it's hard to see what I'm looking at. You'll see I've got the typical repeater setup here that I showed earlier, which is powering all of these blinking lights. And in fact, everything from here onward is not necessary. I only added it so I could have an on-off switch. And this, I've got all of these set on the first setting, so they kind of they give an interesting fast blink. If you set them slower, it actually looks backwards. And now for some reason it looks like the blink pattern's reversed, which is interesting. So basically, the three things I learned, in case you haven't caught on yet, is first, that I can use repeaters to make the blinking lights, and essentially make runway lights, or have lights in a circular pattern going around my house. The second thing I learned is that I can use these repeaters to extend a redstone circuit beyond its limits. The third thing I learned is that I can use a switch to turn this on and off. And hopefully this circuit is simple enough that everybody can see how it's made. From the box down there, I went from the opposite side that the torch was on. I'm not sure if that was actually necessary or not, but I didn't have space on the other side to go up the side of this hill. So I started on that side and I brought it up slowly up the hill, boosting it with a couple of repeaters. And then I connected it to this redstone torch, which is on the side of this block. And then I put a lever on the other side to act as a switch. And that's basically how simple it is. So using what I've learned here, I think I'm going to go and update the lights on my house and see if I can't make them all blink in synchronous. Unfortunately, it looks like my plan to make these lights all blink in synchronous is failing miserably. However, I do have another plan. Okay, so it looks like my new idea worked out fairly well. As you can see, I now only have one of these powering it. And the lights are kind of racing around the roof. I didn't even need to put redstone on the blocks. Just repeaters all the way around. I am sort of wondering, though, what would happen Interesting. I'm going to have to try that out, and I shall pause the recording in the meantime. Okay, so I'm back, and I've placed redstone torches all the way around again, and the repeaters are making them blink in the same pattern. Very interesting, and I think I like it. Silly pig. And as before, I only have the one power source. Or I should say, I only have the one capacitor. I don't know what you'd call it. I'll probably have to check the wiki. But anyway, it seems to be powering everything quite nicely. So it looks like I've made a much better blinking light setup for my house. Well, I guess this concludes this video. Thank you for watching.